worth this much money. I had my shop insured and I want my money back. So you had an assurance that the money which you had put will be given back to you whenever you have faced a condition of crisis. Whenever you write that application where you want that money back to restart or to kind of remove the moment of crisis, that application is called claim. The second term is actuary. Actuary is a person who calculates the risk for an insurance company. Next is assessor. Assessor is a person who calculates the value of something. Next three terms are policy, risk and premium. Policy is a contract of insurance. Policy mentions every terms that need to be followed. The next is risk. Risk is any kind of a loss, injury or damage. It could be due to accident, it could be due to natural calamities, it could be due to murder, it could be due to theft. In such a moment of risk, the money that is put, that is insured, is given back, after which situation can be brought back to normal. The next term is premium. Premium is a payment which is made either yearly or monthly depending upon the terms of insurance. The next are words related to law. Whenever you have a big company, you are automatically forced into the arena or the sphere of law where you have to follow many things according to the way the government decides it. The first term is sue. Sue means to institute legal proceedings against a person or an institution. For example, the best example could be any product which you use which promises something but the results are something else. For example, you want to color your hair. A product, suppose let's name it as XYZ. XYZ product tells you that it is harmless, it is free of nitrogen, they will not do anything to your hair, they are not artificial colors, they have not used any agent which will dry your hair. You apply that color for the first time. Your hair is suddenly, your hair which had a kind of a luster has now lost all kind of luster and has become dull. The next time when you apply that color which promises that no hair fall, and on the top of that they have promised that they will strengthen your hair, when you apply that for the second time, what happens is that you start losing hair in bulk. That company has promised something else but the results turn out to be something else. In such a case, you can put a kind of a legal case against those people, and the legal case which you put will go according to the proceedings as instituted by the constitution of that particular place. That proceeding is called sue. So this entire act means to sue. The next term is without prejudice. Without prejudice means none of the rights or privilege of individual involved are considered to be lost. For example, whenever a case happens where a person, suppose the charges put against him are that of theft, now the court will make all kind of efforts that his personal life, unless it is not affected or related to the case, it will not be pronounced in front of public. So without prejudice is a kind of an assurance that none of the private affairs will be made public. Nobody shall be able to wash one's dirty linen in public, as the saying goes. The next terms are attorney, barrister and solicitor. Attorney, now the three terms come very close to what a layman calls lawyer. The word attorney means a person appointed to act for or represent another lawyer. The next word is barrister. Barrister is a lawyer who pleads before a superior court. The word barrister is essentially used by the people of Britain. The next word is solicitor. Solicitor is a lawyer who advises clients and briefs barrister. So this is the basic difference between the three terms: attorney, barrister and solicitor. Next two broad terms are trial, sum up, verdict, judge and jury. Trial means the entire procedure of the case that is about to take place. Sum up means to give a kind of a summary to the entire case that has happened. For example, suppose a murder has happened where person E has killed person B. Now the trial will be person B is charged with the murder of person A. Trial means all the kind of evidences, eyewitnesses and proofs that will be presented before the court, which will prove person B as or as not a criminal. Sum up means whenever the case is about to proceed towards its end, on every listening, every hearing, a person stands up and gives a summary of the case that has happened so far. That is called sum up. Verdict means the final judgment that the jury makes. Judge is one person, one sole authority which handles one case. There could be many judge. For example, judge 1, judge 2, judge 3 and so on. But one judge will handle one case at a time. One case can have just judge 1 or judge 2. Two judges cannot sit together and decide about a case. Jury is a panel of judges which are put together to decide a kind of a case. Now in India, many years back, just after the independence, probably in the year 1951, it was the last case where the decision was taken by a jury. It is called the Manekshaw case, the state versus Manekshaw, where a man called Prem Ahuja was killed by a police officer called Manekshaw. What happened was the jury took the decision in a fit of emotion, after which the jury was removed forever. There was one sole judge which was made the authority, and that one sole judge takes care or makes the final decision in every case. Now this was the end of the terms related to various arena. Now I would like to take you to certain cases where the concept remains same, however the terms are different in British English and in American English. Few years back, British English was the standardly accepted norm. Now even American English has entered an arena where it is equally accepted as British English is. The first term for British English is building society, which is called Saving and Loan Association in America. This is a financial institution which is owned by its members as a mutual organization. Now they offer banking related finance service, especially mortgage and lending. Next is gilt-edged stocks, which in American English is called treasury bonds. These are the bonds which are issued by certain national government. They denote high grade security. The next term is share, for the American term for which is stock. Share are the ownings of a company which are released, which are made available to the common mass to buy and invest in a particular company. The next is property. Property is any space or anything which is owned by a particular company, which in America is called real estate. It mainly relates to houses and housing societies. The next two terms are visible trade, which is called merchandise trade in American language. It is the exchange of physically tangible goods among countries. The next is quoted company, which in American English is called listed company. It is a company whose share can be bought or sold on the stock exchange. The seventh term is merchant bank, for which the American term is investment bank. It is a financial institute that offers or provides capital to companies in form of state ownership instead of loans. I take you to the next term, which in British English is ordinary share and in American English it is listed stock. Ordinary share is a form of equity that are in use at the time of bankruptcy. Listed share is the American term for ordinary share. Now what happens is that suppose you have invested in shares. Now there comes a time when you go through a loss because suppose inflation has taken place in a particular nation. You have lost a lot of money in the process of buying and selling your shares, but there were certain shares which were kept as a kind of a security deposit. During the time of crisis, which is the time of bankruptcy, you can release these shares. Whenever you release these shares, the money which you had paid for them are kind of repaid back to you. They are called ordinary share. They can be listed or they can be just produced without any form of legal proceedings. You can use them at the moment of any kind of crisis. The ninth term is retail price index, for which the American term is consumer price index. This means it is a measure of inflation published monthly by the Office of National Statistics. Now what is the work of National Statistics? The National Statistics keep a record of all kinds of money exchange that have taken place over a course of week. Whenever you invest in a particular company, or whenever you are involved in buying shares, they depend upon the position of the market. What is the current rate of gold? What is the current rate of shares? What is the amount of dollar? Has the value of dollar increased or decreased? These all are the deciding factors whenever you talk about investing in a particular company or any form of government or organization. In such a scenario, government takes up the responsibility to duly informing you beforehand that whatever is the condition of the market right now. The condition of the market decides whether you have to proceed further with your investment or whether you have to stop at that particular moment of time. It is made known to the public through what we call RPI in Britain and CPI in America, which I again would like to say is a measure of inflation or a kind of crisis which is published monthly by the Office of National Statistics. The last term of today's presentation and today's topic is the different words which are stock and inventory. Stock is used in British English, inventory is used in American English. They refer to goods and material that a business holds for ultimate purpose of resale. For example, stock means whenever the best example which I can give you about stock is whatever you have during the time which you called sale, SALE. You must have come across advertisement where you have seen the word sale, sale, sale. Please visit your nearest store and get 50% off on clearance sale. Now what is that? That is the accumulated garments or the accumulated products that they had throughout the year which they couldn't sell. They bring it together in the form of a large pile and they send that or they sell that back at a cheaper price. Now when that accumulated product is kept in a storeroom or at a place which was not in use at that particular moment of time, that accumulation of product is called stock. That was all that I had about commercial vocabulary. I hope that it could have been of great help to you people. This is the reason that we need to be aware of all kinds of jargons and technical words that are related to day-to-day life, because they decide They shape up your personality, and they decide that how well you are aware of the current scenario. That was all from my side. Thank you so much. In case of any queries, you can proceed further. Thanks a lot.
Sandhan, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.